Words can be sharper than a knife. They can cut, charm, or even seduce without ever sounding dangerous. When a woman is flirting with a man, she rarely says, "I like you." Instead, she hides her attraction inside compliments. But here is the disturbing part: most men cannot tell the difference between a casual compliment and a secret, flirtatious one. Psychologists explain that flirting is rarely about the words themselves. It is about tone, timing, and choice of expression. A compliment given in the right way can reveal hidden desire more clearly than a direct confession. If you listen closely, you can hear what she is really saying beneath the surface. Today, we are going to uncover the 5 compliments a woman gives when she is flirting with a man. By the end of this video, you will know the exact signs that separate harmless praise from something much deeper. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe for more videos on dark psychology and human behavior. Number 1, you're different from other guys. When a woman says these words, "You're not like other guys," or "You're different," it sounds harmless. Almost every man feels proud in that moment. But if we peel back the layers, this is more than just a compliment. It is a psychological signal. Think about it. Nobody compares you to others unless they are making a mental list in their head. When she says you are different, she is telling you she has been paying attention. She has noticed something about you that stands out. Maybe it is the way you listen, maybe it is your calm energy, or maybe it is your confidence. But one thing is certain: she has placed you in a separate category. And in psychology, this separation often means attraction. Why does this happen? Human beings naturally look for someone who feels special. Our brain is wired to search for traits that stand out from the crowd. When she highlights that difference, she is not just complimenting you. She is revealing that you are already inside her mind, being compared, being measured, being remembered. That is not something women do with men they feel nothing for. Here is where it gets darker. Women do not say this line to every man. In fact, most men never hear it. Why? Because "you're different" is not about politeness, it is about emotional testing. She is dropping bait to see how you respond. If you take the compliment with too much pride, you fail the test. If you ignore it completely, you might come across as cold. The right reaction is balance. Acknowledge it, but do not get drunk on it. Because once you act like you are special, she knows she has you under her control. Real-life case studies show this pattern clearly. In research on romantic communication, women admitted that saying "you're not like the rest" is often a first step in flirting. It creates intimacy without directly saying, "I like you." It lets her show interest while keeping a layer of safety. If you respond well, she pushes the door open further. If you respond poorly, she can laugh it off as "just being nice." That is the genius of it. It is both safe and dangerous at the same time. Now ask yourself, how many times have you heard this line in your life? And how did you react? Did you brush it off, or did you secretly feel chosen? If the answer is the second one, then you know how powerful those words can be. Because when a woman says, "You're different from other guys," what she is really saying is, "I notice you in ways I do not notice others." And that scares me, but it excites me even more. Number 2, I feel so comfortable with you. When a woman says, "I feel comfortable with you," it sounds innocent, almost friendly. But in reality, this phrase hides one of the strongest signals of attraction. Comfort is not something women give away easily. It is earned, and when she points it out, she is telling you that her guard is down. Think carefully. Most women live in a constant state of alert. They notice every detail: the way men look at them, how close someone stands, even the tone of voice. It is survival instinct. So when she openly says you make her feel safe or relaxed, it means you have broken through her defenses. You are no longer just another guy in the crowd. You are someone her brain has marked as safe. And when safety and attraction mix, it often turns into flirting. But here is the darker side. Comfort is not only about safety. It is also about vulnerability. When a woman tells you she feels comfortable, she is testing how you handle her openness. Will you respect it? Or will you try to take advantage of it? This is where psychology plays its trick. By saying these words, she is inviting you to step closer emotionally, but she is also watching if you lose control of yourself. If you suddenly act like you won something, she pulls away. If you stay calm, she trusts you even more. Real examples make this clearer. Picture a woman at work who says to one of her male colleagues, "I don't know why, but I feel so comfortable talking to you." She is not just saying she enjoys the chat. She is hinting that she feels more open with him than with others. In many cases, this kind of statement is the very start of private conversations, secrets shared, or deeper connections formed behind the scenes. Many affairs in workplaces or friendships began exactly with these words. Psychologists also explain it this way: when someone makes us feel comfortable, our brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. This chemical lowers anxiety and increases trust. So when she says she feels that around you, it means her brain is already rewarding her for being near you. And the more she feels this, the more her attraction grows, often without her even realizing it. But do not misunderstand. Comfort does not always mean love. Sometimes it is simply the first layer, a signal that she is open to something more. It is a door she leaves unlocked, waiting to see if you notice. So, the next time you hear a woman say, "I feel so comfortable with you," listen closely. It is not just words, it is a quiet invitation. A sign that you have stepped into a space most men never reach. Number 3, you always know how to make me laugh. Laughter seems harmless. Everyone laughs. But when a woman tells a man, "You always know how to make me laugh," the meaning goes far beyond humor. It is not about the joke itself, it is about the bond hidden inside that laughter. Psychologists call laughter a social glue. It connects people faster than almost anything else. When a woman points out that you specifically can make her laugh, she is separating you from the rest of the men in her life. She may have friends, co-workers, or even a partner, but you are the one link to joy. And that is powerful. Why is this important? Because laughter lowers defenses. In the brain, laughter releases dopamine, their pleasure chemical. It creates a natural high, a rush that feels addictive. If you are the source of that feeling, she will subconsciously seek more of your presence. Each time she laughs with you, her brain rewards her with pleasure. And the more this repeats, the stronger the attraction grows. But here is the darker side. Laughter can disguise intimacy. To outsiders, it looks innocent, two people sharing a joke, nothing more. But inside, that moment can be charged with hidden energy. Affairs often grow under the mask of humor, because laughter provides a safe excuse. Nobody suspects a thing when two people are just laughing. Yet, many relationships cross the line in exactly this way. Real scenarios show this clearly. Think of a married woman who laughs more on the phone with a certain man than she does with her husband. To the untrained eye, it looks harmless. But when laughter is consistent and personal, it signals a deep emotional connection. Many partners notice this shift. They sense that the laughter is not simply about being funny, it is about who is making her feel alive. Another layer is teasing. When a woman allows you to tease her, and she enjoys it, that is a strong sign of attraction. She is not only laughing, she is allowing you to play with her emotions. That level of freedom does not happen with just anyone. It is a sign of trust, and often, of flirtation. But beware, laughter in this form is also a test. If you use it to try too hard or to seek validation, the charm breaks. The power lies in being natural, in letting the humor flow without pressure. That is why some men, without even trying, make women laugh in a way that feels effortless, and women see that as deeply attractive. So, when she says, "You always know how to make me laugh," listen closely. It is not just about humor, it is about who she feels alive with, who she feels connected to, who she looks forward to hearing from. In many cases, laughter is the gateway to intimacy that nobody else sees coming. Number 4, you're so easy to talk to. When a woman looks at a man and says, "You're so easy to talk to," it sounds innocent, almost casual. But hidden inside these words is one of the strongest signals of emotional attraction. Conversation is not just about words, it is about safety. When she says you are easy to talk to, she is revealing that you are a safe space for her thoughts, secrets, and feelings. This is not something she gives freely. Women may share surface-level stories with anyone, but when she tells you everything flows naturally, it means she feels a deeper pull. Why is this dangerous? Because emotional intimacy often comes before physical intimacy. Many affairs do not start in bedrooms, they start in conversations. Late-night talks, deep exchanges, secrets whispered over text. She feels heard, valued, and understood by you in a way she may not feel with her partner. That is why this compliment is so powerful. Psychologists explain that when people feel listened to, their brain releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. This is the same chemical released during hugging or intimacy. So every time you let her speak freely and you respond with warmth, her brain begins to associate you with comfort and connection. That bond is addictive. Real examples show how this plays out. A woman might come to you with problems she does not share with anyone else. She vents about her stress, her relationship, her dreams, her fears, and when she sees that you respond without judgment, she feels closer to you than to people she has known for years. That is how trust builds quickly, almost invisibly. But here is the darker truth. "You're so easy to talk to" often means, "I can say things to you that I cannot say to the person I am with." That is the red flag hidden in plain sight. Many men mistake this compliment for simple friendliness. They fail to see that she is testing how far the emotional intimacy can go. This is why many women, when attracted, will share small vulnerable details just to see how you react. If you handle them with care, the door opens wider. Each new secret creates a bond that feels unbreakable. And once that bond is formed, attraction often follows. But there is also manipulation in this. A woman may use the line to keep you hooked, to make you feel special, while she maintains boundaries she has no plan to cross. That is why you cannot take the compliment at face value. You must look at the pattern. Is she reaching out to you often? Is she sharing her inner world with you? Is she laughing harder with you than with anyone else? Those are the real signs. So when she says, "You're so easy to talk to," remember, it is not just about comfort. It is about connection. It is about who she chooses to open her world to. And in many cases, that choice says more than any direct confession ever could. Number 5, you make me feel special. Out of all the compliments a woman can give, "You make me feel special" is the most dangerous. It is not about looks, not about jokes, not even about conversation. It is about value. And once someone feels valued by you, the emotional bond becomes almost impossible to ignore. When a woman says you make her feel special, she is admitting that you stand out in her world. Think about it, most people go through their day feeling unseen, unnoticed, and unappreciated. So when you treat her in a way that makes her feel different, she will remember it. She will replay it, and she will want more of it. This is where attraction deepens. Psychologists have shown that people are more likely to form attachments to those who make them feel unique and valued. In simple words, the brain rewards this experience with strong emotions. That is why affairs, or secret attractions, often begin not with passion, but with recognition. But here is the darker part. When a woman says you make her feel special, she may also be revealing something missing in her life. Maybe she feels ignored by her partner. Maybe she feels invisible at home or at work, and your attention becomes a spotlight. That spotlight makes you powerful in her eyes, whether you want it or not. Real-life cases show how this unfolds. A man gives a woman small but consistent attention. He remembers her stories, notices her new hairstyle, celebrates her small victories. To him, these gestures are casual. But to her, they build a story. "This man sees me in a way no one else does." Soon, that story becomes a feeling, and feelings are hard to control once they grow. This compliment also reveals how attraction can flip roles. She is no longer just reacting to you, she is investing in the bond. When she tells you that you make her feel special, she is giving you emotional power. She is placing you in a position that no random man can reach. That is why it is one of the clearest signals of interest. But there is another side too. Some women use this phrase as a test. They want to see how you react when given that level of intimacy. Do you lean in? Do you pull back? Do you start treating them differently? That reaction tells them if you are as invested as they are. In the end, "You make me feel special" is not just a sweet compliment. It is an emotional confession. It is a sign that you are no longer just another man in her life. You are now someone who carries weight in her emotions. And once a woman feels that, it is almost impossible for her to forget you.